Clay Patton on the Rural Radio Network. Here, the murmur behind me, excited chatter occurring as we get the final numbers from the Winter Wheat Tour brought to you by the Wheat Quality Council. And we're talking now with Aaron Harries, Vice President of Research with the Kansas Wheat. And Aaron, give us a rundown. What do the final numbers tell us?
Well, so our group said that the number for production in Kansas is going to be a little bit less than maybe what USDA predicted. We were at 178 million bushels of production. USDA was at 191. So to be fair, USDA has collected their data a few weeks ago leading up to their release. So things have changed since the tour. And apparently our group thinks that abandonment, I think, may be worse than USDA predicted. But there's a lot that's going to happen in the next 60 days.
And obviously, we're not really focused on the acre side of it. We're focused on that end yield side and then trying to kind of guesstimate acres in between there. But is there a number we can kind of associate with the abandonment kind of from what the tour was able to see?
Well, we can do the math backwards. Our yield was anticipated at 30 bushels per acre, and our highest abandonments tend to be in the 25% range, and so I think our group is thinking between 25% and 30% abandonment. So that's pretty severe. That's at the top of the charts.
Definitely at the top of the charts. And unfortunately with it, Sue, we got to go through the heart of the most drought-stricken areas on day 2 of it through southwest Kansas, panhandle of Oklahoma. I guess what is kind of the mentality now that you got to be down there firsthand? What are farmers going through? How are they kind of adjusting and battling through this?
Well, that's what concerns me, Clay, and I am worried about farmers. They're resilient people, but this is the second year in a row, and all they have is hope and prayer right now. So hopefully this rain in the forecast we're seeing, predicting a good rain for southern Kansas, just need that drought to end, give them hope for the fall crops, give them hope to be able to plant wheat into moist ground this fall.
Obviously, from the supply chain side of things, this is going to be a tight crop, and it's the second tight crop in a row. From Kansas Wheat's perspective, what does that do to wheat? Does this encourage maybe more planting next year? And from your perspective in research, kind of what does this tell you? Where are you thinking forward?
Well, right, Clay. I mean, there are a lot of impacts beyond just the harvest. K-State had to abandon some research plots this year because it was too dry, and you lose that bit of research there too. As far as acres this fall, it's going to depend on the weather and the market situation at that point in time. I would like to think farmers who haven't been able to raise a big crop the last 2 years might be encouraged to plant, but that's decisions that they'll make. But it's going to have impacts on the elevator industry. I mean, just imagine there's not going to be long lines of trucks at the grain elevators for wheat harvest this year in most places. It's going to be a little bit like a ghost town. So it really extends beyond the harvest period, has economical as well as an emotional impact.
It's just a lot to take in as well. Well, Aaron, we appreciate everything, the updates that you've helped provide us as well, being a great organizer and here in a key critical part of the Winter Wheat Tour. Thank you to all the drivers and folks. Before I let you go, final closing thoughts, maybe important information I've overlooked.
No, I think we've covered it. Thoughts and prayers for our farmers out there. Just keep the rain coming, and hopefully what we do harvest for wheat this year is going to be a really good quality crop.
There we go. Quality can maybe help offset some of the other issues that we've had. That's Aaron Harries, Vice President of Research here with Kansas Wheat. We just got out the final number. Keep an eye on social media as well anytime at ruralradionetwork.com. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.